What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In the last episode, we finished off everything there was for us to do here on the Great Plateau, learned a little bit about the backstory, and now, well, we're gonna jump off and make our way towards Kakariko Village. Now, as I said, Kakariko is very, very far away, and if we were to walk there, it would take us quite some time. But don't you worry, I have a plan. In fact, I'm gonna be doing something that I've never done before, and that is trying out the amiibo functionality in this game. So from the main menu, you can enable the amiibo functionality. That will give you the amiibo rune, which you can use from your Sheikah slates. So, I have with me my Super Smash Bros. Link amiibo. I'm going to quickly swap over to the amiibo rune, and scan this in on my Pro Controller, because if this works, it should spawn in front of me a horse. And this is no ordinary horse, guys. This is Epona. Pretty much the best horse in the game, or at least one of the best horses in the game. There might be a quote-unquote secret horse that is better than Epona, but that's sort of like a thing that you learn about from a side quest in the game, and I'm sure I'll talk more about that later on. So one of like the main boasting points of this game was smart AI for the horses, and I gotta say, sometimes the smart AI can be kind of dumb. I know that sounds weird, but trust me, I've like ridden my horse in some pretty, I don't know, weird areas, I guess, and I've gotten it stuck a couple of times before. Thankfully, there is sort of a countermeasure in the game where you can recover your horse if it does get stuck, but it still is kind of annoying. For the most part, though, if you go on a path, your horse will follow it, and that is not a good sound. That's the sound of like a world boss spawning in, so I'm not sure where exactly we encountered one, but thankfully we rode like far enough away from it to the point where we're not in danger anymore, because yeah, you don't want to be fighting any world bosses or giant moblins like the one we just passed right now. Like, they will just destroy you in one hit at this point. There is a shrine over here, so since it's on the way to Kakariko, might as well, you know, knock this one out. If I planned out my route correctly, by the time we reach Kakariko, we should encounter and be able to complete 4 more shrines, and also fill out, like, this area's region map by way of activating another Sheikah tower. Basically, anytime you go into an area you haven't been to yet, look for the Sheikah tower and just, like, try and activate that as soon as you can, because navigating the world without one is, fairly challenging, I would say. So, trust me, just do yourself a favor, activate all the Sheikah towers anytime you get a chance to. Some of them might be, like, difficult to get to right now, but don't worry about it. In due time, we'll be able to get all of them. Anyways, to you who sets foot in this shrine, I am Bosch Kala, in the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial. Okay, so let's see what we got. This is the Wind Guides You. Right, so this one's a pretty basic trial, just sort of like teaching you that whenever there's sort of a draft of wind, you can use that to your advantage with your paraglider to get to areas that are farther away than maybe you would normally be able to reach. Similarly, you can create like an updraft by starting a fire, and that will lift you up higher, you know, when you're just on the ground. So you can use that to like climb areas that maybe you couldn't reach before with just your normal stamina meter. Now, this shrine does stick out in my mind for one particular reason. Out of all the shrines that I went through on my, you know, first playthrough, this is the one shrine that had a chest that I couldn't figure out how to get. It's right over here on the right. No matter where I jump off of in this shrine, I never get enough height to reach that, and I don't know the actual way to get that chest. I'm sure it really doesn't contain anything that useful, because the chests in this game, they always contain items that you can find somewhere else, so I'm sure I'm not missing out on much, but it does bother me that I can't figure out how to get it. Like, even if you jump off, like, from up here or down here where, like, this little tiny, like, square thing is, you will not be able to reach that chest. I don't know why that is. Oh well, what are you gonna do? I guess for now, we'll just, like, let it go and end off this shrine. If one of you guys can figure it out, please let me know, and maybe I'll go back and get it in, like, a later episode. Your resourcefulness in overcoming this trial speaks to the promise of a hero. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I bestow upon you this spirit orb. Well, 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 thank you very much. And oh yeah, I forgot, we can totally actually skip all these, so see you later, man. Kind of forgot we can skip those ending areas, and I'm going to start doing that for all the shrines now that we've left the Great Plateau. It'll save us a little bit of time and allow us to hopefully make more progress, because, trust me, there is a lot of stuff we need to make progress on in this game. I'm not even sure if, like, we'll be able to make it to Kakariko. That's my goal for this video, so I'm going to try as hard as I possibly can to make it there before I end things off, even if I have to go a little bit longer in this video to do so. Alright, Epona, let's get out of here. Another shrine done, and, you know what, now might not be a bad idea to start looking for that Sheikah tower. I'm pretty sure it's near, the dueling peaks, if I'm not mistaken, which, conveniently enough, we have to go right through there, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that orange pillar in the background there, that's actually the Sheikah tower. So we are well on our way to getting close to it and activating this section of the map. For the most part, though, there's really not a whole lot for us to do on the way there. Like, I mean, honestly, if I was playing this game through casually, I would just take all the time in the world to explore the environment and see what there is to do. There's probably so much that I'm just passing by right now, and that is something I have to say about this game. Most open world games, despite having like a massive game world, I feel like there's never really a whole lot to do in them. Like, obviously, they all have quests, they all have side quests, and like NPCs and stuff like that who you can talk to, but sometimes I really feel like when you're just out in the wilderness, there isn't a whole lot there. And I can't say that about Breath of the Wild. There is an insane amount of detail in this world. Like, you can literally just go and explore for hours, and I guarantee you, you will find something new around every single corner. I gotta hand it to Nintendo. It is honestly one of the best open worlds that I've ever played through. I don't play through a whole lot of open world games, though, I'll be totally honest, so me saying that as someone who's maybe only played through a handful of other open world games might not mean much, but as a player, it was certainly a joy to go through and be able to see everything that this world had to offer. Alright, so, you know what, let's try this again, guys. Hopefully, we can do this correctly. Wow, that was way too low. I am so bad at, like, judging the arc on my arrows, and I did it again, man. I swung the lantern again. Alright, you know what? Let's try the one on the right eye, and hopefully this still works out. Please? Hey, it sort of worked. Two of them died. The one left in there might be a little bit stronger. Yeah, he is. Alright, cool. Well, 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 now it's just you and me, compadre. Let's tango. That attack almost didn't work. Oh, jeez. That did a ton of damage. He must have a really good sword. I kind of want it now, but, I desperately need some healing. Oh, hang on. Wrong button. There we go. I apologize if, like, I mess up my menuing a little bit. The Wii U controls, which is what I first played this game on, are slightly different than the controls on the Switch Pro controller, so still, like, sort of getting used to that. Alright, let me try and, like, pick up his sword. Oh, that is a really good sword. Holy crap. And, of course, my inventory is full. Hang on, let me drop this Boko Club real quick. There we go. Ha! Your sword is mine, sir. Now what are you gonna do? I'll tell you what, you're just gonna die. Holy crud, like, I don't think I went in this area on my first playthrough, but, that is actually a really good sword to get early on, so, you know what, kinda glad that I came in here. Let me just finish collecting all of this stuff. Ooh, Bokoblin guts, nice, not bad. We can actually use those to make various different elixirs, which can give us some pretty neat effects, so we'll mess with those a little bit later on. For now, though, let's try and make our way to that Sheikah tower. I can't believe, like, I almost died already. Like, that does not bode well for the rest of my playthrough. Honestly, though, we should be fine for the most part. It's just that, kind of made a mistake there. And see you later, buddy. Have fun off that cliff. Let's swap over into our new sword that we got, because this should make quick work of all these Bokoblins. Was that, like, the first time that I got hit by a Bokoblin, too? It might be. I think I did get hit by something once on the Great Plateau, but I don't think it was a Bokoblin, so it's kind of funny, like, the first time I took damage from a normal enemy was like something that almost killed me. But I guess that just does prove my point that this game is deadly and dangerous, and you do not want to mess around. Like, you can't approach the combat like you would a normal Zelda game, you do sort of need to be more reserved and watch as the enemies sort of telegraph their attacks. That way you can properly dodge them and counterattack when their guard is let down. Anyways, let's drop this so we can pick up this Traveler's Claymore. And might as well swap over to our axe so that we can cut open these boxes and get whatever is inside. Because, yeah, sometimes they do contain objects like food or arrows. And that's always good to pick up when you're on, you know, your adventure out here in Hyrule. Might as well take their meat too, considering they did land a couple of hits on me. And I do definitely want to heal up. So thank you very much for that. Alright, I think we're in the clear now. So let's go and climb up this Sheikah Tower. So get used to the whole climbing mechanic, because every time you see a Sheikah Tower, you will be climbing to the top of it. There are very few that you can sort of just reach the top to with your paraglider. Most of them you will need to climb at least partially to the top, and climbing does take a little while. There are certain items like clothing that you can get that give you bonus stats like faster climbing, and of course you can increase your stamina to allow you to climb for longer amounts of time. But right now we sort of have to take breaks every time we get to one of these little rest platforms. That way we can make sure our stamina is at like a reasonable amount and we don't like just fall straight down once we just barely miss the top. Because trust me, I've done that before. Like, I've been climbing these towers and I'm like, oh, I got half my meter still. I'll be able to make it all the way to the top, and I'll be right there, like right before I just pull myself over the edge, and I'll fall like down to either the next platform or worse, all the way off the tower and just die instantly. You kind of want to be careful about like jumping off of Sheikah towers, because if you don't have the paraglider or you just don't press the button in time, you'll hit the ground and Link is just dead at that point. Like, there is nothing that's going to save him, not even the Chamber of Resurrection at that point. Alright, here we are, so let's examine this thing and download the map, shall we? Sheikah Tower activated. Oh, I love seeing that cutscene. And yeah, now we can teleport here anytime we want to. Scanning area. And check it out. We have another section of the map. Regional map extracted. Sheikah Slate updated. Additional functionality detected. So now we have the Sheikah sensor. This thing is amazingly helpful for finding more shrines. Sheikah sensor acquired. You can enable or disable the Sheikah sensor with Y on the map screen. I'm going to leave it enabled. It does make a little bit of an annoying noise whenever you're near a shrine, but trust me, it makes finding them a whole heck of a lot easier. Sheikah sensor now operational. That's the noise that it makes. The sensor indicator has been placed near the minimap. Search for shrines by moving in the direction with the strongest signal. Alright, and yes, already there is a shrine nearby, and I know exactly where it is. So, let's jump off in this direction, and I kind of want to land right over here, because remember what I said about mining? If you ever see a rock like this that is sparkling, it's something that you should mine. So take out a blunt object like a woodcutter's axe, or, you know, something like that, and just start wailing away at this thing. It might take a couple of hits like early on in the game, because our weapons are kind of garbage right now and don't do like any damage, but eventually, if I can keep landing my jump attacks, this thing should break apart and give us some pretty nice materials. Hopefully, like, this thing better contain something good, because my gosh, this is taking an unusually long time to break apart. Come on, can I reach it? Ah, I can't reach it with that, dang. So I guess I just have to, like, keep doing jump attacks then, because there's, like, no other way that I can reach. There we go. Oh, okay. You know what, that was kind of worth it, because we got a ruby, and rubies are worth a lot of rupees. like, when you sell them for okay, never mind. That was a really bad joke. I apologize. We're just gonna ignore that and move on. As we make our way closer and closer to this next shrine, there are, like, more and more of these sparkly rocks that we can keep mining along the way. So, okay, yeah, it definitely is just our weapons that we have right now, because normally this would break in, like, 2 or 3 hits if we had a stronger weapon, like something that you get later on in the game. Alright, this is almost broken anyway, so might as well just break it completely then. Alright, oh, we have a sledgehammer. I totally forgot about that. Alright, you know what? Let's use that instead. This should break apart a lot faster now with the sledgehammer. Yeah, there we go. See? That's more like it. So, never mind. It was a combination of 2 things. 1, the weapon being garbage, and 2, me being an idiot, which, is probably going to happen a lot throughout this entire LP. Wow, 1 hit now. Are you kidding me? I'm actually kind of salty that, I forgot we had the sledgehammer, but whatever. Not a big deal. The next shrine should be right around this corner. There it is. Hey, how you doing? So, yeah, we'll go ahead and take this on and then double back, grab our horse, and continue our way towards Kakariko. Because right now, our horse is, like, across the river, and, there's no way for it to reach us. Like, even if we could call it towards us, which we can do, but, you know, because we are across the water, even if we did call for the horse, it wouldn't be able to get to us because that's sort of in the way. Plus, I think before we can even make use of that ability, we need to register our horse at a stable, which we haven't done yet because we haven't seen a stable. But don't worry, there is a stable on the way to Kakariko, so I will register Epona with a stable before we get to Kakariko, hopefully. Anyways, for now, let's just focus on this next shrine. What have we got this time? Oh yeah, I remember this one now. To you who set foot in this shrine, I am whatever. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial. So this is timing is critical. This is basically all about how objects can interact with the physics engine and momentum and stuff like that. So obviously, yeah, if there's a round object on a slanted platform, it's obviously going to roll down. And if you sort of adjust, like, where the platform is or how much of an angle there is towards, like, the end of the ball's rolling segment, you can decrease or increase its momentum, launch it up in the air, and so on and so forth. I know I probably explained that in a really odd way, but it's better just to visualize it with, like, this puzzle right here. So, yeah, you slow down the momentum of the ball before it reaches the end, that way it doesn't fall completely off, and then you send it down to where it needs to go, and once it gets in there, this platform will take us over to the next area. So, stuff like that, just teaching you about, like, how the physics in this game work, and, once you learn and understand how they work, you can start to manipulate them a little bit more. Like, for instance, here, you want to, like, fling the ball upwards and have it land there. Oh, that was actually really close. I almost stepped on that, like, right as it was about to move, but I caught myself because I was afraid that I would be sort of on the edge and fall off, like, the second that thing took off. So, kind of glad that I didn't step on that. Alright, so there is actually a chest over to my left that we can get in this shrine, but to do that, we need to sort of get another object that is in here, and that is one of these metal barrels right below. So, let's use our Magnesis rune to just pick one of these up real quick, and we're gonna set this bad boy up on, like, the second layer, that way we can bring it back to where that switch was that we just used to fling that ball up in the air, because if we tilt the platform that the ball was on, it'll be high enough to the point where we can reach that chest. So that's pretty much how you go about getting it. A lot of times, like, the chests in these shrines are pretty easy to get and figure out, like, the puzzles to get, like, the bonus items, except for that one chest in that one shrine with the wind. Like, I don't know the solution to that one, and it's gonna bug me until I figure it out, but otherwise, most of them are pretty easy to get. And you might be thinking to yourself, wow, these shrines are way too easy, like, what were they thinking? That's not the case for all of them. These beginning shrines, yeah, I will admit, they're pretty simple, but once you get into the later areas of the games, the shrines you can find there are real brain scratchers, and I like them a lot, actually. They're way more interesting. Anyways, hopefully this is something good. Oh, whoa, this is the climber's bandana. I forgot this is what you get. So, this goes back to what I was talking about before when we were climbing the Sheikah Tower. Yeah, there are certain, like, clothing that you can get that give you bonus stats. Like, for instance, this one will make us climb a little bit faster. You might not notice it right off the bat, but trust me, it is helping. Alright, so super glad that we got that. Alright, Link, can you not be stuck on this freaking light post? There we go. Jeez. Let's get the heck out of here. As I was saying, though, these shrines sort of do remind me a little bit of Portal, in a way, and I know that sounds really weird, but, what I mean by that is they're sort of like these self-enclosed small spaces with, like, puzzles that you need to solve in them, and even though some of them are simple and, you know, there may be, like, only 1 or 2 rooms long, I think they're really, really fun. So I know some people don't like the shrines, but personally, I'm a fan. I like them. I'm okay with them. Alright, that being said though, I think that is our second shrine that we've solved out here in Hyrule Field. So, let's keep going because there's still 2 more we can find and we gotta make our way to Kakariko. We've already sort of done a lot, so I'm gonna try and speed my way over to Kakariko now. First things first, let's double back and try and grab our horse, because obviously I am not gonna run all the way there. Oh well, we actually can whistle, but yeah, it doesn't really do anything since we haven't actually registered our horse. But don't worry, we'll take care of that soon enough. I really hope Epona didn't wander off. I don't think she can, but on the off chance that she did, I might just scan her in again if she doesn't like pop up. There she is! Hey, Epona. Alright, I left her like way farther back than I thought I did then. Oh well, not a big deal. I'll go and grab her and then we'll get going. Yeah, kind of unfortunate that I had to walk all the way back this way, but I mean, what are you gonna do? And I really do not want to fight any of the... Oh, he's got a bow! Alright, let's dodge and weave, dodge and weave. I will go and pick up his arrows, though, because I can reuse those myself. And hello, Keese. Freaking get out of here. Oh, we haven't seen this yet, but there are Keese swarms, like, out here in Hyrule Field. They're freaking scary. I'm just gonna tell you that right off the bat. I really hope we don't encounter one tonight, because they're super annoying, but yeah, that was like one of the first things that freaked me out when I left the Great Plateau, when I was like first playing through this game. Like, I saw a Keese swarm and I was just like, what do I do? And I kind of just like froze and freaked out, and they did like a ton of damage to me and I almost died, and it was not a pleasant experience, but it was actually really cool to see. Anyways, now that we're back on Epona, let's just keep running. You do want to like occasionally press L to soothe your horse. That's when the like weird particles and like hearts appear. That sort of increases your bond with the horse. But I think because Epona is an amiibo horse... Oh no, jeez, I'm sorry, Epona. I didn't mean to ram you directly into that rock. Oh, jeez. I guess they're not hearts. They're actually just like pink circles. Never mind. But that increases your bond with the horse. And I think because Epona is an amiibo scanned horse, automatically we have like max bond with her. So probably don't need to do that, but I kind of just like do it out of habit. So you'll see me doing that a lot whenever like Epona does something good, or I use the spur ability to make her go faster. I'll just like soothe her with L to like, I guess, increase your bond with her. But whatever. Here we are at Dueling Peaks Stable. Finally! I think now we can go and register our horse. So let's talk to this guy real quick. Welcome to my stable. We deal in all things horse related. We also double as an inn. So yeah, you can sleep here if you want to, but we don't need to. Huh? Haven't seen your face before. Do you know about the stable system? I don't. Lay it on me, my man. Then allow me to explain. You can board your horse companions with us and then summon them as you please from our network of stables. You may have come across wild horses during your travels. If you catch one and ride it here to register it, it will become your horse companion. One person can board up to 5 horses, and you're able to swap horses in and out as you please. Do you know how to catch a wild horse? I know how. I'll explain that later on, don't worry. Oh, pardon me. Let me start over. Hi. Welcome to our stable. Okay, blah blah blah. You're just gonna say the same crap again. I would like to register our horse. I think I actually need to be on Epona to do this, though. So let's go grab her real quick. Then we'll talk to that guy again and see what happens. I'm pretty sure we can do this right now. Like, I don't see why not. I'm trying to, like, remember if I need something else or not, though. Nothing's coming to mind, so we should be good to go. Yes, I would like to register a horse, please. Blah-de, blah-de, blah. I don't want to talk to the counter inside. Let's go. Gotcha. Finally. You sure this is the one? Indeed it is. Dang, that's a good-looking horse. Look at those stats. Look at that bond. Perfect. Not a problem. We charge a registration fee to help support our conservation efforts. Uh-oh. The fee also gets you a locally made saddle and bridle for your horse. The fee is 20 rupees. Okay, that is kind of a problem because we are dirt poor. We have 0 rupees. So, we can't actually register our horse. Okay, what did I do in my first playthrough to get rupees? I kind of forgot. Actually, you know what? There might be some rupees inside this shrine if memory serves me well. So, I probably did this first. Now, yeah, there are like spiky things all around this shrine. Might not seem like you can get in, but trust me, you can. Just use like your Cryonis rune. You can make a pillar and glide right over those blockades and bam, activate the shrine. Now we can go in and take it on. Oh man, I really, really hope there is a chest with rupees in here. I think there is. I just have to like remember how to get it and where it is. And then hopefully we can register our stinking horse. It's kind of funny how like we've gone this far in the game and still haven't found a single rupee. Although money is kind of harder to come by in this game than like any other Zelda game. So yeah, like at least until we get to some towns or, you know, find like various NPCs that we can sell to, we're probably going to remain kind of poor. And even once we do like start getting some money, I'm going to spend it really quick as well because things are pretty expensive in this game. To you who sets foot in this shrine, I am whatever. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial. So this is the water guides. It's kind of like a more advanced version of the Cryonis trial. So again, just going to mainly be using our Cryonis rune to get through here and solve some puzzles. One cool thing that we can do is, like, freeze water on the side. And I know I said that in a really weird way. But, yeah, you can create, like, pillars on waterfalls, which is very, very helpful. I don't remember. Can I use Magnesis on this one? Doesn't look like I can. So, yeah, looks like we need to go back to our Cryonis ability and just make a couple of platforms for us to reach this chest. And I'm pretty sure this is the one that contains rupees if memory serves me well. So, these should work. Like, I should be able to climb that, right? Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Please be rupees. Please be rupees. Yes, purple rupee, perfect. All right, now we can register our stinking horse. So that's where I got the money on my first playthrough. Now it's all coming back to me. All right, let's finish things off then. If memory serves me well, this shrine is pretty simple. So all I have to do is like place an ice block about here. And, oh, actually, you know what, that's perfect. Oh, I also need to place an ice block like down here as well to stop that thing from rotating. And oh wait, hang on, did I not place that one up high enough? Let me destroy that real quick and move it up just a little bit more, because I think that like small tilt downward that it did may have messed up like the ball's momentum. Or maybe not. Oh, you know what, I just have to put a platform down here. Duh, I don't know what I was thinking. Just make a little bridge and now it should work just fine. Ta-da, see? Very, very simple. I'm just a colossal moron is all, and forgot things that I literally did like 4 days ago or whatever. Anyways, with that, I think we are done with this shrine. Aha, we did it, which means there's only one more shrine, and that shrine is actually right inside of Kakariko Village, which we're going to next as soon as I register my freaking horse. Alright, whatever, dude, I really don't care. I'm glad that you think I'm the hero and like I'm gonna save Hyrule and junk. Just give me my spirit orb and let me get out of here. I got things to do, man. Honestly, this is all kind of my own fault because I didn't actually take like any notes as I was playing through the game the first time. So I'm kind of just like doing everything from memory. And if you've been a long time viewer of my channel, you know I have a very terrible memory. Like I'll forget something that like I mentioned 30 seconds ago and just not do it, and then I'll have to wait until like I post the video and then look at the comments and people will be like, why didn't you do that thing? And I'll be like, oh yeah, kind of forgot about that. Alright, So this time, I'm not going to forget, though. I'm going to grab Epona, we're going to register, and then we're going to go to Kakariko. And why are you running away from me, Epona? Where do you think you're going? Get back here, you silly horse. You can't get away from me. We will be friends forever. You will become registered to me, no matter how much you don't want to. Alright, let's do this. Blah-de, blah-de, blah. Yeah, I don't care. Let's register this horse. Gotcha. Are you sure it's this one? Indeed it is. Not a problem. We charge a registration fee. Here's your 20 rupees. Alright, great. Please enter a name for your horse. Wait a minute. Isn't this Epona, the horse of legend? What are you thinking? You can't rename a horse of legend. Pretty sure there's a law against that. So, Epona it is? Alright, that's fine with me. Your registration is complete. Would you like to take your new horse with you? Indeed, I would. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Oh, and by the way, if you get separated from your horse, you can whistle and it will come running. Alright, so now we can actually use the whistle ability, but your horse isn't magic. It can't hear you if you're too far away, so do keep that in mind. Yeah, will do. Come on, Epona, why can't you be a magic horse and just come beckoning whenever I whistle? Alright, whatever, let's get out of here then. So now we officially have Epona, which is kind of awesome. Like, I feel really stupid that I never used my amiibo on my original playthrough because I had a really crappy slow horse. Like, the horses in this game do have various different stats. Like, Epona is pretty much maxed out, but the horse that I got was like super slow. It didn't even have 4 spurs. Like, Epona, you can hit A 4 times to make her go faster. The horse that I got only had like 3 spurs, so it was a piece of garbage compared to Epona. Like, Epona is the Ferrari of horses, and the thing that I originally had was like a Chevy Volt. Like, I don't even know, it's just a piece of junk pretty much. Alright, we're pretty close to Kakariko though. I'm just gonna rush all the way there. There is someone important, like, right over here to my right. We'll wave to him as we go by, though. We'll go and talk to him later on. Trust me, you do want to interact with that guy. But, we're kind of already running late in this video, and I would like to finish up the 4th shrine before I end things off. So, we'll ignore him for now and come back a little bit later on. Also, I have to say, I really do enjoy riding a horse because you do get some pretty beautiful background music. Like, that is something you may have noticed. Generally speaking, when you're just wandering about, there is sort of a lack of just background music, and I think that is to help you get more immersed in the actual world, and it does work to some degree, but one of my favorite things about The Legend of Zelda is the music, and this game does have phenomenal music. It's just that sometimes you might not always hear it. Anyways, we did safely make it to Kakariko. When you're inside a village, your horse will automatically slow down. You can't really go any faster than this, but that's fine because I don't want to do anything in the village just yet. Instead, let's head up the side of this mountain because, well, as you can tell from the beeping, we are close to another shrine, and guess what? It's right over here. So, pretty much any time you discover a village, chances are there's going to be a shrine really close by. And the reason they do that is just so you can, like, fast travel to these villages a little bit easier. Like, there's no area in the village per se that you can just always fast travel to, so putting a shrine next to them sort of alleviates that issue. That being said, let's take on this shrine, which will be our 4th one for this video, and then we can actually go and increase Link's, like, I guess, spirit, if you will, which will be pretty nice. Probably go for another heart container just because we could desperately use it, that's for sure. Anyways, let's see what we got for this trial. Not too sure what this one is, actually. Oh, wait, no, I know exactly what this one is. Alright, this one's pretty interesting. To you who sets foot in this shrine, I am whatever. I share with you my knowledge that it may please Hylia. So, this is a teaching shrine, or a combat shrine as I like to call them. This one in particular sort of teaches you some advanced combat techniques, which is really helpful. And, jeez, my inventory again. Alright, let's get rid of the freaking pot lid, because I highly doubt we'll be needing that. And we're good with, like, swords, so, yeah, we should be alright to open up, the chests in this room. And dang, that's a pretty dang good shield. Let's put that on. And, yeah, right across the way is another chest, and I'm pretty sure this one is a sword or a weapon of sorts, which actually should be pretty alright. Yeah, an 8-fold blade, 15 damage, not bad. That's actually the best weapon we have right now, so holy crud, I will definitely take that. Anyways, here we go. This is our training partner, I guess, a mini guardian of sorts. Oh boy. Use a side hop to avoid enemy attacks. This will create an opening that you can use to strike back. Right, so it's pretty simple. What you want to do is target the enemy, then either hit left or right, and the jump button to strafe around the attack. Obviously, we can't damage this guy like normally. He's not really going to attack us, so to speak. Well, I mean, he is going to attack us, but his attacks are mainly used for completing this tutorial, because if he just sort of sat there and did nothing, then we wouldn't be able to counter his attacks and do flurry rushes and stuff like that. Do a backflip to avoid enemy attacks and create an opening to strike back. Yeah, dodging like with perfect timing and doing flurry rushes is something you may want to get good at. Admittedly, I'm pretty bad at like all of these advanced combat techniques, so I might not pull them off a whole lot in this LP, but I'll try my hardest. I really will. You can repel an attack if you parry with your shield at just the right time. Strike back in the opening you create. This is actually the hardest thing for me. Like, perfect guarding is not something I'm really good at, so I'll try and do it here and as much as I can in the LP, but I already messed it up. What you want to do, though, is hit A, like, the second before his attack will sort of, connect with Link. If you do it correctly, well, you'll know if you do it correctly, so hang on. There we go, that'll happen, then you can sort of attack back. Build up your power and then release it to unleash a charge attack. Catch your enemies in this motion to damage them. Alright, so this one's pretty easy. Kind of works like a standard Zelda spin attack. Charge up, let it go, and it does a lot of damage, but also uses a lot of stamina the longer you hold it. And with that, though, we're pretty much done with this trial. You have done well to learn these crucial skills. Now proceed. Well, don't mind if I do. I kind of want to make some room in my inventory, though, because that Guardian dropped a very good weapon. Like, Guardian weapons are surprisingly good, so we'll get rid of this Traveler Spear since we really don't need it, and get the Guardian Sword. Look at that, man. 20! That is, like, ridiculously good. The sad thing is, the Guardian weapons kind of break easily, so it won't last a long time, but it will make work of some enemies. And a nice little opal for our work. Alright, very nice. Let's finish off this shrine then, get our 4th Spirit Orb, and then, well, we could explore some stuff in Kakariko. Sounds like a good plan to me. See you later, dude. I really don't want to talk to you at all. I'll take my Spirit Orb and be on my way. Alright, so not too bad. We actually did manage to accomplish everything that I wanted to do. It took a little bit longer, but we got all 4 shrines, registered Epona, and made it to Kakariko. So all in all, I would say that it was pretty successful. That being said, though, I think that's where I'm going to end things off for this video. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.